We're sure you've come across the meme, "The devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder." Well, that might not be the case anymore, as fans have labeled the Kardashians as boring and formulaic. Apparently, the show no longer has what it was originally so famous for, the Kardashian clan being hilarious and provocative. Stay tuned, as in today's video, we'll be talking about all this and what to expect next from our favorite reality stars. First up, what's up with the Kardashians? The Hulu edition of Keeping Up with the Kardashians initially had ratings going through the roof, and well, that's completely understandable since the content they had at the time was actually pretty interesting. You could easily tune in to see them provoke each other and be some very funny people, but now that isn't the case at all. Many viewers think that the family has become rather self-conscious, boring, dry, and formulaic. No one is putting in the effort to create brand new and engaging content, and this has got the fans going mad. The focus of the Hulu version of this clan has been more on their work ethic and glam squads. During the last season, we saw a lot of stuff, but all of it was a step away from what fans had expected from this family. Up next, here's what the last season was about. The Kardashian was known for their highly dramatic content, and the recent season was no exception. However, some viewers feel that the level of drama has become excessive and is a negative aspect of the show. We saw quite a bit of Kourtney Kardashian's wedding planning with her now husband Travis Barker. There was also some drama surrounding Khloe Kardashian's baby. Kris Jenner had her hip replacement surgery, and then some focus was laid on Kylie Jenner and her postpartum depression. And on top of all this, how could we forget the whole thing with Kim Kardashian wearing Marilyn Monroe's dress to the Met Ball? A major part of her negotiations with Ripley's Believe It or Not was shown. Now, while that was a lot of fun to watch, especially considering the fact that it caused some mega drama all around the globe, the major part of the show focused largely on how the family went about their work lives. Of course, that's something cool, and no one is denying that they don't work, but that's not the reason why a majority of the viewers are tuning in to watch the reality show. Something that we find interesting is the fact that the Kardashian family set the blueprint for pretty much all modern-day reality shows and sort of pioneered the genre. But if they are deviating from their essence, then we can only imagine what's going to happen to the rest. Moving on, what's missing from the show? Okay, so we love to lay the facts as they are, so we're going to do just that for the Kardashians. The truth is that the show is currently the shell of something it used to be, and that's definitely concerning, as pretty much all family members owe their popularity to it. But right now, it seems as though they're using and reusing the same formula that has worked for them previously, which honestly has started to feel highly inauthentic. You no longer see their unapologetic, witty, and unfiltered personalities. Nope, that's long gone. Instead, they've been replaced by messy storylines that often end up reminding us of washed-up YouTube vlogs. When Kim took to Twitter and asked fans what they wanted to see next, many replied that they needed the drama. One of the fans said that the best thing about the early seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians was that it was filled with drama, making it a huge success as people could connect with the stars. But now, this Hulu reiteration is feeling more and more controlled with every episode. Many speculate that with Disney keeping a closer look on them, things are bound to become filtered. But let's face it, you don't watch reality TV hoping for classy content. That's our daily dose of raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic content, something the Kardashians is failing to provide. Up next, what can the Kardashians do to improve? With this highly filtered version of the Kardashians, it's almost like they are scared to show something that might end up ruining their reputation. But honestly, if they care about that, then continuing filming a reality show is not the best idea. At the moment, the unanimous opinion is that the show is widely inferior to its predecessor, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Now, that might have been problematic, but you've got to agree that it managed to give us some unique and entertaining content. Who didn't love the entire Kris Jenner momager fiasco? And what about Scott Disick's character development when he became a loving father? The whole Met Ball thing, Khloe's Facetune, and Kourtney's wedding might be mildly amusing, but if we wanted to watch that content, then we could have just subscribed to any basic YouTube channel. And get this, all the major things are consistently missing from the show. They conveniently didn't discuss Kanye, Caitlyn, and of course how Travis cheated. Now, all of this would have accounted for some A-class content, but sadly, it only amounted to a missed opportunity. One angry fan tweeted, "Show us all or nothing," which is honestly a sentiment we can all get behind. The show has been described as a long infomercial about the family, which often just acts as an extension of their Instagram feed. They need to scratch all of this and completely change their model. Now, let's talk about our fallen angels. Disney's decision to cut ties with certain members of the Kardashians due to their controversial past has resulted in a loss of fan favorites and ultimately a poor business decision. This decision has also caused alienation of these former family members. They ditched Caitlyn Jenner and Rob Kardashian to avoid any extra controversy, and that didn't sit too well with the show's loyal audience as they ended up sorely missing them. But there's one more fallen angel that we just can't stay without mentioning. And we're sure you've got a pretty good guess as to who that might be. Yep, we're talking about Scott Disick, Kourtney's ex and father of her kids. Now, the chances of him returning aren't that high since Disney isn't very much in his favor. From the looks of it, they aren't huge fans of his controversial past. This actually started showing in his early contract negotiations. So more Scott Disick content might actually solve some of the show's problems since his absence has left a big hole in the show. Next up, do the Kardashians have a future in reality TV? This is actually a question that fans are asking. There's been an obvious lack of intrigue in the second season, which might result in less viewership retention. Saying that the fans were left disappointed is sort of an understatement, and with no demand, it's only natural to wonder whether there's even a market for a third season of the show. The show lacked anything new as the plotlines had already been played out, and the little drama that somehow made it to the screen had already been highlighted in the news, so there really wasn't anything new for the fans to see. So while there will be a season 3, there's a high chance that this just might be the end for them. Kim K has recently requested fan input on the direction of the show. However, some believe it may be too late to make significant changes. The Kardashians have gained immense popularity, but this may have also contributed to the current issues with the show. In fact, that's actually a part of their whole persona and is one of the main pillars of their business model. So it's important for them to consistently share details of their private lives with fans to keep them interested. But if they do that, there really won't be any exclusive content for them to show as a part of their show. That's quite a dilemma, isn't it? Next, how can the show improve? Now, all this might sound a bit repetitive at this point, but we're really only mentioning it repeatedly since it's just too important. They must add more drama, spice it up with flawed characters and plot twists, add some more intimate topics, and shed some light on what's going on with Kanye. We honestly think that there's so much content there that they can start a brand new reality show focusing on him. So in a way, the Kardashians need to use the resources they already have and come up with a drama that keeps the viewers on the edge of their seats. And once it's done, it leaves everyone in shock. Lastly, what can be expected from the show? Okay, from where we are standing, the Kardashians have two options. Either they can ditch their work-centric approach in the show and lean more towards drama and go back to their old selves, or they could stop filming. Now, this might sound very weird, but the show has become a cultural icon of sorts, so it's a bit hard to imagine a world without it. And even though the fans aren't entirely happy with the way things are going, pretty much all of them are still going to tune in and see what their favorite reality television family has been up to, even though what they got from the show is something that they've already caught up on from the tabloids. Honestly, if Kim asked us, we'd say that they should show a bit of unfiltered Kanye. That person alone has the power to get their ratings through the sky. And hey, while we're at it, maybe do a segment on his petty tweets directed at Pete Davidson. That's some quality television right there. That's a wrap for this video, folks. What's your take on the current content journey? The Kardashians is on? Can we expect them to continue, or will it all come to an end? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more awesome videos like this. See you in the next one with the latest updates.